Well, top of the morning to you, boys and girls. It's the greatest here of all time. Sports fan traveler on a. I hope it's going to be a sports travel day, because if it isn't, boom, I'm going to whoop somebody silly here. Here, and more on that in a minute. Oh, Mars, where you at? Mars is sleeping with MJ. They had a few last night. I'm on Mars. They play sports on Mars. Yeah, they do whatever I want them to do, because, I'm the greatest. I got to calm down. I'm getting all excited, even though I have a sore throat. Boys and girls, it's early in the morning. Now, usually I would come home at this time 30 years ago. I would come home like this. Yeah, if I kept doing that, I'd be underneath the ground, rotting. Thank God I stopped that. Boys and girls, it is a Saturday, 18 April 2026. Even with a bad sunburn, a little dry skin, 54 years old. Every country in the world except for 8. Football, more than 140 countries. Americans, that would be soccer. I've seen 7 other sports on all 6 continents. This is the 8th continent, isn't it, Mars? I'm still pretty. Like a girl. Boys and girls, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around, you could miss it. Having a good time. Oh, here's the sun. I had a conversation with the sun last night before I went to bed. I said, listen, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. And the sun's like, okay, I don't want you to mess with me like you messed with George Foreman when you whooped him silly. Joe Frazier, Sonny Liston. Okay, I'm getting all excited. I gotta pace myself, because shit, it's only 6:39 in the morning. I'm in Cabo Verde. You thought I was on Mars. Don't make me come to that. It's 6:39. It's a Saturday. This is Saul Island. Now check it out. It's like the moon. We got the moon, the stars, and the great small town. Your camera. Later today, I'm hoping to see some. My voice is killing me. So this is the second largest island in a 10-island chain of Cabo Verde. Now, Cabo is Portuguese for Cape. This is a former Portuguese colony. There was 5 of them in Africa. All of Africa was colonies. Is that 4? Liberia. Little Duran Duran for you. Boys and girls, the other 4 was Mozambique, where my friend Monique Unique and Technique are from. Guinea-Bissau, my friend the Scooter. Holy cow, the money store. Angola, rhymes with hello, hello, and then Sao Tome, hey, and Principe. Now that's also an island nation, but there's only 2 islands on Sao Tome and Principe. If you don't know what them are, Sao Tome and Principe. Don't make me come to that camera. Now, Cabo Verde got 10 islands. The largest island is in the south. I'm in the northern chain. The southern chain, you got an island called Santiago. Just like Santiago, Cuba. It's just like Santiago, Chile. Have I been to those places? Really? I've been here. You know where I'm going? You know where I'm going to be? Have already been to a week from today. Wait, damn, we'll be in. Cover your ears now. I'm going to be in Mexico. You thought I was going to drop an F-bomb. I fooled you. You know where I'm going to go between now and Mexico? I'm going to go to Yemen. What? That's the plan, at least. And then I'm going to go to Libya. What? Then I only have 6 countries left in the world to visit. Niger, Chad, Sudan, Ukraine, North Korea, and the man with a plan. Of course, my visa got approved a month before the war to go visit Iran. But I have seen the Iranian national team play in Tajikistan. Tajikistan. Last September. The things you learn this week. Mrs. Rochelle, tell me about Tajikistan. It's a former Soviet republic. Remember the USSR? You know how lucky you aren't? Because it's no longer existent, the USSR, because that Berlin Wall came crumbling down with the wall. So Tajikistan, like Uzbekistan, broke up. Soviet republic. I saw Iran play India in September in a tournament. Now, speaking of Uzbekistan, speaking of Cabo Verde, and also the country in Jordan, still sleeping. They sleep publicity about that. And then we got Curacao. Those 4 countries, you know what they got in common? It feels like the birds. They're losing their World Cup virginity, at least for the men's side. They're going to be in the World Cup for the first time. You know the only other former Portuguese colony to make the men's or the women's World Cup? I just gave you the other 4. Make sure you're paying attention. You know, you silly. Angola, 2006. That was the only other former Portuguese colony. Yeah, the French, Germans. The Germans are coming. Not anymore. They left. The UK, the British, even Spain colonized Africa. What? Spain had Equatorial Guinea. Of course I've been there. That's the skinny. Yeah, the Italians. The Italians was in Libya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, the place to be. I was there on April Fool's Day this year. Damn, I get around. Boys and girls, speaking of that, I'm going to show you around right now. Now, we got the sun here. So unless you're really geographically impaired, or like I was 30 years ago, coming home, the sun was just about to get up. But that's the east, that's the west. That's the north, that's the south. Here we go. Now, boys and girls, this here town right here is Espargos. That's where I'm staying. I say am staying. I actually was staying because I'm leaving tonight for Milan. This, I believe, don't quote me on this, is the highest point on the island. Monte Curran. Now, I never said I was the smartest, so Cabo Verdeans, please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing the name of your places. You know me, I'm a nice guy. Y'all gave me rides yesterday. I hitchhiked. Not once, not twice, 3 times a hitchhiking. Just like when I was in the Faroe Islands. This place ain't like the Faroe Islands. Except for the hitchhiking. Faroe Islands is in the Nordic countries. It's part of Denmark. You know, with the Garfield, the trees are trying to get green. The Faroe Islands is like that. But it's more lush than green. Just watch it. And down here, this is San Pedro Loop. San Pedro Loop. Maybe it's Pedro Loop. Boys and girls, and I got my ride pick me up. I walked from there. Of course I did. How do you think I beat George Foreman? Sonny Liston. I got my stamina. I got my agility. I got my thrillality. Just made that word up. We'll see you next video. From Mars.